Manga-Waido.
My name is Momoko Sakurai. I'm a 28-year-old businesswoman that works at a company in my hometown. I've been a scaredy cat since I was a child and have always hated loud noises, darkness, and scary stories. One time, I was accidentally locked up in my grandma's cellar. It was only for a few minutes, but I passed out from fear. I would even cry from hearing a balloon pop. My parents were always very wary of my wimpiness. After I became a working adult, I thought that I would have gotten over my fears, but nothing changed. I'm still scared of dark places, and I can't even watch horror films for over 10 minutes. Of course, I still get scared by thunder, but I live a life where I would even get scared from the sound of something falling. Luckily, no one in my workplace laughed at me when I got scared over little things. But the boss's son Haruo liked to play mean pranks. He would pull out chairs as I tried to sit down or scare me by suddenly coming out of the dark. Haruo likes to do these things to everyone, but it seems like my reactions to his pranks were the funniest. I became his target before I knew it. My coworkers would stop him or tell me to watch out because Haruo was hiding. So, nothing terrible came out of his pranks. Unfortunately, the thing that I was most worried about happened. That day, we were celebrating the completion of our company project with a small party. There was catered food and the atmosphere was cheerful. But the moment I stepped out to use the bathroom and opened the door...
A successful prank!
It seemed as though Haruo popped a party cracker at the same time that I opened the door. I'm pretty sure the party cracker was left over from the beginning of the party when all of us popped it together. I could close my eyes if I knew it was going to pop, but I wasn't prepared for this sudden sound. I started panicking. I jumped backwards while screaming. Unfortunately, there was a shelf behind me. As I bumped into it, all the files came falling down. Books and stacks of papers hit my head and shoulder. In the end, a huge file hit my head directly. What? Momoko-san?
Are you okay? Someone call an ambulance!
I passed out and was taken to the hospital. I heard this information later on, but the file had hit my head very badly, and I was in critical condition. It might have been because my parents had been desperately calling my name. 4 days later, I woke up and said to my mother, who was sitting next to me. When I woke up, I didn't know what was going on. I remembered being surprised to see my mother hugging me in tears. I heard about the party cracker situation later on and learned that I was in critical condition. I was relieved that I woke up and didn't end up dead. But it wasn't that simple. Due to the damage to my brain, my right hand was partially paralyzed. The doctors told me I would be able to gain back full control if I went to rehabilitation clinics. But the shock of not having control over something that used to be so natural to me was very big. Bad news continued. A week after I gained my consciousness back, I was forcefully released from my job. Apparently, the boss's son Haruo starts panicking when he thinks about me. He was the one that popped the cracker, but didn't apologize to me and ended up getting me fired. My parents were pissed, and I was also extremely angry, but I didn't have the energy to continue working with my paralyzed hand. And the boss had even given me double the normal amount for severance pay in addition to medical bills, so I agreed to the dismissal. My days were filled with rehabilitation after that. I couldn't write, eat with chopsticks, or do anything that I had been able to do normally before. I cried many times from how helpless I felt. But I didn't give up. After 6 months of rehab, my hand was able to move without complications, even if it was a little rusty. Momoko! I'm so proud of you!
Thank God! I'm so relieved!
Yeah, thank you, Mom and Dad. Things started looking a little brighter for me. I was starting to think about wanting to work again. Apparently, it's true that luck comes to you naturally when you're positive. I was going to start looking for a job when one of my friends asked me if I wanted to work at her company. I had been working with public relations at my old company, so she had scouted me knowing that I had experience. I answered with a big yes and started working with my friend. Luckily, everyone at my new workplace was very nice, They understood my situation with the partially paralyzed hand and gave me work that I could do easily. There wasn't anyone around to scare me like how it was at my old workplace. I finally found an environment where I could work in peace. About a year after I started my new job, one of my old coworkers called me and asked if we could meet. When I went to the coffee shop she told me to meet her at, I saw my old boss who had fired me, along with Haruo who had popped the party cracker at me. I started getting cold sweats the moment I saw their faces. I didn't want to see them. I turned on my heel to leave, but...
Please, wait a minute! Hey, Haruo, apologize! Get on your knees and apologize to Momoko-san right now! You need to be the one to say it! I sincerely apologize for what I did to you!
I didn't ask, but my old boss started explaining things to me as I looked surprised. I was using social media and blogging to advertise at my old job. It's strange saying so myself, but I had a popular account with many followers. I compared our products with products from other companies, gave honest reviews, and posted specific details about our new products with my drawings. I updated my blog frequently, and the number of people that accessed my page increased every month. But the moment I left my old job, I stopped posting on social media and updating my blogs. With fewer people accessing my page, sales have dropped. It seems as though one of my followers had asked, why doesn't she post anymore? Someone replied saying, I know about what happened. The boss's stupid son played around and messed up, so they dismissed the coworker in charge of the social media accounts. The post quickly blew up. After the tweet went viral, people started saying things like, I'm not going to support a company with a bad work ethic. Or, I'll just use a different product. The customers started declining. I haven't checked any of my social media accounts after being dismissed, so I didn't know about what was happening. I learned that going viral on the internet was extremely scary.
Please, we're begging you! Come back to our company! I'll pay you however much you want! If you don't want Haruo at the same workplace as you, I'll even demote him! So please!
What? What are you saying, Dad? I'm the next CEO of this company! What do you mean you're gonna demote me?
Shut up! It's better for the company to have Momoko-san rather than a son who can't bring in any profit! Do you not realize that?
It seems as though an intense father and son fight had started, but... I already work at a different company. I have no intention of returning to your company. Goodbye. I quickly left after saying that. If I'm being honest, I was happy seeing Haruo apologize and their fight. Oh, also, my coworker chased after me as I left and told me that she was the one who leaked the information online.
Sorry about that, but the boss said he was going to make Haruo apologize to you on his knees, so I thought you'd want to see that.
She confessed everything to me and stuck her tongue out like a little devil, so I couldn't help but laugh at her. My coworker transferred jobs after that too. According to what I heard during the celebration for her new job, the company had gone viral and received negative feedback. There were rumors of the company going bankrupt, and the employees started quitting one after another. They eventually ended up bankrupt. It seems like my ex-boss and Haruo were given jobs by a client that felt bad for them, but their rank and salary dramatically decreased, and they sold off their house because they couldn't pay off their loans. They even had debt from when their company went bankrupt. So, I heard that they were really struggling. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have been in that kind of situation if they didn't do what they did to me. I'm going to do my best at my new job to thank my friend for giving me a job when I needed help.